Unit 6, review number 1 for Lacerna. This is in this video I'm gonna look at numbers 3, 4, and 5. These are all dealing with segment lengths in the circles. Number 3, it says in the circle below, QP and RS are chords intersecting at T. So T is not the center, that's just where the two chords are intersecting. If QT equals 5, that's QT right there. PT equals 6, RT equals 11, and RT equals 11. What is the length of ST? That would be our X that we're trying to solve for. And since these are segment lengths with the chords intersecting, all we're doing is we're multiplying each set of the chords, the pieces that the chords are broken into. So the 11 is going to multiply with the X, 11 times X. The 5 is going to multiply with 6, which gives you 30. Divide by 11, and if you have the calculator, you can go ahead and put divide it and get the decimal. Here you just try to reduce it, and there's nothing that goes into 30 and 11. And so if it's multiple choice, sometimes they will show it as an improper fraction like that. So there's your answer for X, 30 over 11. Number 4. Now instead of chords, we have two secants, where you have the line that's hitting the circle twice. And when you have the secant formula, we're taking, if you remember, now some of you might have the half sheet with the notes, A, B, C, and D. This is where we took the outside part A and multiplied by the entire length, A plus B. And that works for the first secant up top. The second secant then follows the same pattern, C, the outside part, times C plus D, the whole, both parts being added together. So to match that formula here, if we start on the top secant, the outside part is 10, excuse me, so that will be our A value. Then on the inside, we're adding the two parts of this secant together, 10 plus the part that's inside, the 8. Then on the other side, the outside part is 5, then 5 plus X for the whole. Now this part, there's a couple ways you could work this out. If you want to add first and then multiply by 10, that's fine. If you want to distribute the 10, you can do that as well. If you distribute, 10 times 10 is 100, plus 10 times 8 is 80. And I show that because one common mistake here is that a lot of people want to make this 5 plus X, they want to make it 5X because they think, oh, I'm just going to combine those two and put them together. Unfortunately, you can't do that unless it's multiplication. Angry face. So instead, that's why I want to show distributing here, because distributing will work all the time. If you distribute, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 5 times X is 5X. Then the rest is just solving that. 100 plus 80 is 180. 25 plus 5X. Subtract the 25. 180 minus 25 is 155. Divide by 5, and that goes in the evenly 31 times. So X equals 31 on number 4. Number 5, now we have a tangent and a secant. So the secant is actually going to follow the same pattern as above, where you have the outside part, the 2, times both parts being added together. Now for the other side, we can go ahead and start with the 8 from the outside part. Now on the inside, if we were going to add, remember the reason we're adding is to get the entire length. But we already know the entire length is just 8. So that just ends up becoming 8 times 8, or 8 squared. So this side will be 64. Distribute the 2, and we'll get 4 plus 2x. Subtract your 4, you get 60. Divide, and X equals 30 on number 5.